Yeah, so in some lighter news, moving on now to the Ultimate fucking Championship breakdown.
UFC
breakdown. That's our high quality graphics in our high recording studio got here.
Yeah, exactly.
Multi-million-dollar studio.
Look, we're just trying to make you smile out there, guys. Let's just have a shakeout.
Let's have a shakeout here. It's a shakeout out here.
Yeah.
So this is the UFC rundown. So first topic I got here is Connor Mcgregor. Where's
me fucking potatoes?
Where's me potatoes?
So, what's happening with McGregor? You tell me.
Yeah, I'll tell you what's happening with McGregor. So, Connor McGregor, this week, some big news. He's moved to Miami, and
nice.
he's living it up.
I'm in Miami, bitch.
He's doing cocaine off strippers and drinking his proper 12 whiskey. And basically, it was 5 a.m. in one of the most popular clubs in Miami.
Mm-hmm.
He was strolling around, and then there was a man that came up to him and was talking to him about the Khabib fight.
Yep.
And taking his phone out. So Conor McGregor went up to him and apparently pretended to shake his hand, grabbed his phone, smashed it on the ground a bunch of times, and then stole his phone and walked off.
Well, look, there's worse things to get arrested for. I mean, Mike Tyson used to just like put someone in hospital at a club, like some bouncer would staunch up to him back in the day. Mike Tyson would just put him into hospital with one hit, and you'd be like,
there was a guy, dude. There was a guy in Australia. Do you remember the Mike Tyson incident in Australia?
No, what happened there?
Mike Tyson incident in Australia was Mike Tyson was driving a Ferrari.
Yeah.
A rented Ferrari in Australia. Someone ran at the back of him, and they got out of the car, and this guy started staunching Mike Tyson and kicked him in the balls. So Mike Tyson just punched him once and knocked him out.
Oh, jeez.
Yeah.
Well, look, list of worst decisions you can make in your life is staunching up to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
But, I mean, I remember hearing the story. It was like a 6-year-old dude who was like a featherweight champion in Australia, and two dudes invaded his house trying to rob him. Think it's just some old man. What you don't realize is if you don't know what you're doing and you're up against a trained boxer, I mean, you're gonna get starched, man. Like that. It's all technique, using the body weight, just nailed him.
Yeah.
Anyway, Mike Tyson, don't staunch Mike Tyson.
Don't stalk Mike Tyson.
No.
Don't.
Even today, I've seen him doing like, little exhibition matches, and he accidentally knocks people out. It's not even on purpose. He's just throwing punches.
There's footage of him on Twitter, just showing technique, and he's still got the same speed and power, man.
Yeah,
it is scary.
He's still got it.
He's 50 years old, dude.
He's a beast, man.
That's
crazy. It's just crazy, man. Just crazy. I was this 19-year-old boxer. Yeah, I bought a tiger, and I'm a champion. I was on acid. It's just crazy, man. Just crazy. Oh, man. All right, well, moving on. The main man, Tony Ferguson.
Yeah, so this one's a bit of an interesting story as well. So Tony Ferguson, he essentially used to be the UFC interim lightweight champion.
Mm-hmm.
So the story on him is that he's been given a restraining order against him by his wife for alleged domestic violence because of Tony Ferguson's mental health. So
and to put into some detail, let's just go into some of these incidents. On February the 5th, Christina Ferguson claimed her husband had stayed up all night and woken up to them to demand they leave because the lunar eclipse would cause a flood. He purchased a life raft and drove them 111 miles from their home to Palm Desert, California. In the midst of the episode, he agreed to medical treatment, but later refused. On February 12th, Christina Ferguson alleged Tony had a psychotic break and screamed at her, believing her to be someone else. She woke up later to Tony standing over her head, accusing her of being a witch. She later told police he kept throwing holy water at her and refused to go to hospital for an evaluation. It's like, my wife is a witch. You must be purified. Well, it just makes me think, where the fuck did he get holy water at in the middle of the night?
I don't know, man. Well, he thought his son was the second coming of Jesus Christ as well.
Oh, man. And on February 19th, Christina Ferguson's declaration obtained by MMAfighting.com claims Ferguson tore up the fireplace because he thought there was a hidden doorway under it. I mean,
and he thought he had a computer chip in his leg.
Oh, man, I can tell you that the problem is that's what happens when you spend a whole career taking blows to the head, man. I mean, fucking hell, dude.
Well, it's taking blows to the head, but it's also spending a lot of time with Eddie Bravo, man. The guy believes that Earth's flat.
That's right. I remember on a recent, when he was on the Alex Jones podcast, it was just like, I'm telling you, man, they have never put a camera on the shuttle to go up to the ISS. If they would just put a camera and prove it, then I would believe it. But I haven't seen it. It's like, dude, like, you just got to do some research. But, I mean, on a side note, the flat Earth thing, the whole point is, like, challenging people's critical thinking. Because even though a lot of people intuitively know this not to be the case because of been what they taught, a lot of people haven't sorted the facts out for themselves scientifically as to why the Earth is round. Like, I believe the Earth is round based on the things that I know. How does GPS work? How does the alignment with the stars work? How would the orbit around the sun work? How would sunrise and sundown work? All these things you got to think about. People do take certain beliefs for granted, even though the science is pretty well established. I mean, it's pretty fucking obvious the Earth is round, right? I mean, modern astronomy wouldn't work if the Earth wasn't round. But it does highlight the idea that, well, prove it for yourself first.
Exactly.
And it's just that some people have, the person, I mean, whoever it is that invented the whole Flat Earth Society, a lot of people are falling on the other side of this belief that you really shouldn't be, because the original intention is to make you think for yourself and understand it for yourself, not to actually wholeheartedly believe the Earth is flat. Idiot.
Yeah, he's an idiot. But it's, look, it's sad for Tony Ferguson, and we're making light of it because... Just because the story just sounds so far-fetched, you know what I mean? Like, he's throwing holy water at his wife. He thinks she's a witch. He thinks there's a computer chip in his leg. He's ripping apart his fucking house. Like, it's fucked up, but it's...
You can't write this shit, you know?
But the thing is, this is what makes Tony Ferguson an amazing martial artist, man. His creativity. He's doing, like, Wing Chun in the cage, and his role... He goes... You know when he does his training camps? He goes to... So training camp was when you train for a fight, right? He goes up... He climbs up a mountain and then builds an entire gym. Mats...
Oh, that's right. Does an outdoor gym, yeah.
Sandbags, all the equipment needed. He builds it and then uses it for the entire camp. And then he comes back and he has a fight and he wins. He's one of the most creative guys ever. So I think it's a mix of him always being a little bit mentally unstable.
Exactly. He's had that vivid imagination. Prior sort of bit of instability there. Vivid imagination plus head hit after head hit.
Plus Eddie Bravo.
Smoking weed with Eddie Bravo.
Smoking weed with Eddie Bravo.
Yeah. I'm telling you, man.
It was flat, man.
You've never seen it. Have you ever seen it?
No, man. Never seen it yet.
Oh, that's the UFC rundown. That's pretty good. So I think it's time for a few Michael Jackson secrets. So I don't know if you guys have watched